Hi, I'm Melanie. I'm here with Titus. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great. Happy, well, not so happy. TikTok is banned today, day.
It's a sad day.
Sad day.
Mhm. How's Skelly back there?
Skelly's chilling.
Yeah.
He's been there for quite some time.
Yeah, I can tell.
Skelly, fun fact, Skelly is from North Carolina.
Oh,
Adopted him at a Walmart
yeah.
last year, and he came on the road with us for most of the days.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you have any trouble with any questions, you can ask him.
I definitely
Put
will.
him on the spot. So my first question for you, you just returned after a year-long break from music and social media.
Cool.
What did you learn in your time away?
Um, I learned a lot of things, mainly that I I can't handle too much of anything. I've known that I'm like this weird creature of balance for a long time, and I kind of ignored that when it came to just everything like social media.
Yeah.
And I feel like it really started to affect me um mentally in that I spent so much time on there and not a lot of time on like the physical, I guess, relationships
Mm,
of people around me. And yeah, I guess I kind of wanted to take a step back. Fun fact, originally I was not going to take a full year away.
mm,
I was like, let me step away for like a month. A month turned to 3 months. And then like
mm.
halfway through the summer, I was like, I'm just I'm gonna keep going. And then like as the year really honestly as Christmas approached, I was like, holy shit, like I haven't I haven't been on here. And that's why I posted that little story to let people know I was like alive. But I was like,
Yeah.
I was seeing like notifications and things from time to time, and I would just be like, I would feel sad sometimes that like, you know, I was like on some level I felt like I was neglecting people too, also. But generally, it was good. It was really good. I
Good.
did a lot of things.
Yeah. You moved.
I moved. Yeah, I'm. I'm gonna put my address out there, but yeah, I
Right.
moved from New Jersey, New York, down to North Carolina, which I love.
Mm,
And was this was a decision I was thinking about making last year anyway. I don't know if this is true for everyone, but I think when you travel, sometimes your brain will like envision your life in like another city.
mhm.
If even for like a moment, like there was something about it. Like I was in Chapel Hill and I was just driving around and it was like I was like, damn, it is like the perfect day. To be fair, it was fall. So like your decision, if you're listening, your decision will be very biased if you visit somewhere between like September and like the end of October. So it was like so nice out and I was just like I could see my life here. And then
Yeah.
like during the cold winter back in Jersey, I was like, ugh, I gotta get out of here. Like I have too much I have too many I love this place, but I have too many memories, like good and bad here.
Mm,
So I was just like, maybe it's time to start over.
yeah.
Best
And I
decision
guess
ever.
it worked out for you. So,
Hell yeah.
all right. So, did you set out to create a song at this point for Bad Year, or did it just kind of come to you?
So Bad Year was written before I moved.
Oh, okay.
It was almost like confirmation uh to myself for how I was feeling, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had already been thinking like very deeply about like a lot of the things that happened last like 5 years, honestly. And
Hmm.
I was just like, let me write. This is gonna be like I just really started writing it down. And like as the song started to get written, I was like, damn, this is gonna be my like I'm air quoting right now. This is gonna be my "I'm leaving this town" song.
Yeah.
Like in the true spirit of like pop punk. And then
You're
yeah, it
channeling
became
your A Day to Remember.
yeah, yeah. I think everyone should have like a "fuck this town, I'm never coming back" song. Even if you like do go back or you are still there, like you should have that in pocket because you
Yeah,
never know when you might need it.
yeah. I actually have one too. When I moved from West Virginia, which I didn't, write it or anything, of course. But no, the whole way down, I sang "Waiting for the End" by Linkin Park. It's, about like starting again and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
it
yeah,
would be
that's
Linkin
the
Park. I
jam.
mean, their whole discography is like "fuck this town."
Yeah. Um,
That's funny. Hell yeah.
so okay. Skip, skip through here. Um, if you could do anything differently with your career from day one, would you change anything?
That's a good question. Like my like initial reaction is to be like yes, but like I've done a lot, you know. There's like little things I would change here and
Mm,
there, mostly like about relationships and who I would keep around, because you go through a lot of relationships, I guess, in entertainment.
yeah.
But and like there are some really good ones that come out of it, but also, I'm like really thankful for like a lot of the things that I went through. I feel like I've traveled a ton. Like I've at this point there isn't really a genre I haven't tried to make. Um, I've like met a ton of people and each like phase, I guess, of my, my songwriting life
Journey.
has taught me a different thing.
Mm,
And like now I'm at the point where I like all of those things have like converged onto whatever I decide to work on.
yeah.
Which at the moment is rock and it's really fun. So
Yeah.
I guess the answer is no.
Okay. Yeah, that's a solid answer. I mean, you ended up where you're meant to be. So,
Yeah, and let me preface that I don't this is not like there are if the goal is like achieving like massive success and like stadium touring and like platinum diamond records, like yes, everyone should have it. Like I would do this and this differently, but like emotionally, I feel like I'm cool, you know?
mm,
Like I'm level now.
yeah. All right. So you're about to drop the song, which is amazing. Just
Yes.
so everyone knows. They will soon. What's next for you? Have you written anything else? Are you planning a tour or any shows?
Yeah, I'm definitely planning to do some shows. Um, Bad Year was one of like 7 or 8 roughly that I wrote at that time.
Oh,
Plus there's like at this point I don't have a number. There's a lot of songs. There's a lot of songs I like wrote. I've even previewed, like I've teased or whatever, and I that never made it out. For example, Rush would be one of those. If you've heard Rush live, then maybe you remember that one. That's a song that I feel like has to come out this year. But specifically, more recently, I have written some music that I'm like I can't wait to drop. I want to roll it into an album, which
yeah.
I have already named, and
Can you
well,
share?
I wanna get back to that because I'm not sure how many songs are gonna be on it. So
Yeah.
um yeah, we will come back to that one.
All right. So speaking of shows, what is the strangest or funniest thing that's happened to you at a show?
Oh, immediately. Dallas. Straight up. First of all, there's two things that happened that show. One, I fell off the stage,
Oh.
which is like something you see in like movies and like I watch a lot of Adam Sandler movies and like it's really like that kind of comedy and like it's just not something I ever thought was possible for me because I fancy myself someone with coordination. It's
Hmm.
like at least like the skate park or whatever, but I don't know how. I just was like. I was just like I guess I was too far to the front of the stage, and I somehow a lot of it had to do with there was a barricade there, which is
Yeah.
like at these size shows is not that's not like a thing.
Yeah.
So I think that threw me off with like spatially with where I was at, and I think it was during Where Will I Go When I Dream?
Yeah.
And I missed with one leg, and like I kind of did like a split, like one leg off the stage, my knee like basically to my chin, and then fell off. I was so embarrassed in that moment. Um, but the main thing is like right immediately after that, the in-ear pack
Yeah.
fell off into the blackness, like because there's just lights are on. You can't. I can only see like the first two rows of people.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't hear the music. Touch my hip, like pack is gone.
Oh,
I'm like, fuck. Like I can't stop. I can't now stop the whole song and like look for this. Hold
yeah.
on, everyone. Wait. Let me go in the crowd and let us look. Let us join hands and look for this small
Yeah.
technical detail that you guys don't give a fuck about, but I rely on. So I just kept doing the song with like like the in-room audio, and then like the second chorus, I look up and someone's holding it like this. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, amazing. So like grabbed, like he throws it, and I go to like plug it in. And I notice it's way lighter than it was.
Oh no.
So I'm like, fuck. And then like I immediately I knew the batteries weren't in it. So I'm like, oh, this is pointless. After the song, someone's holding like the literal two batteries out of the four that were in it. So yeah, immediately that comes to mind because I was embarrassed, but also like it was probably just like something that like maybe I was thinking way too deeply about that like people probably didn't care about.
Yeah. No, they probably thought it was just like a fun, element.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
That's great. What artists have you had on repeat lately?
Mm, lately, this is people are gonna be surprised by this answer. I've been listening to to a lot of Fred again and Notion, which are dance artists.
Yeah.
Um, I also have been listening to Arm's Length a lot.
Uh,
And I said this in the last time I spoke about this band American Beauty from Jersey,
mhm.
who I just discovered randomly on a playlist, and just like literally I've been playing this one EP for like 6 months nonstop because I think in part it's become like there's this one line in it, I'll never get out of Jersey,
Mm,
that was just like it was like during the time of me considering moving, I was listening to this a lot, and I was just like, you'd like I internalize lyrics very deeply sometimes,
yeah.
too deep, and yeah, that just became like the soundtrack for us like coming down here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll start with those two.
Okay. And then kind of like circling back to just like the beginning of your journey and everything. What made you choose Titus as an artist name and how do you feel that represents you?
Um, yeah, Titus was like it used to be a longer version of this name. Um, Originally, it comes from Greek mythology
Mhm.
and like just a book I was reading. Also, it is technically a book in the Bible. So there's like I don't know. I guess when I started making music, like there was some how do you say, like there had to be some influence from growing up like raised in like the Christian faith
Yeah.
there. Whether it be like a conscious thing or like a subconscious thing, because my mom was like a super like she tried to raise us in the church, and that worked for a while, and I became like teenager, and like I eventually would find my own music, through many channels of downloading and finding music. and just became a fan of so many different bands and rappers that I wasn't allowed to listen to when I was younger. And so like I guess some part of me when I decided eventually to like start making music with my friends, like I was like I think subconsciously I was trying to pick a name that she wouldn't be that mad at on some level.
Yeah.
But that name has grown to mean like a lot more now.
Yeah.
Um, so it used to be Timmy Titus, and then like obviously I got there's a story with that too, but I got as I got older, couldn't have people calling me that anymore, so I just dropped it and became Titus.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is still my artist name to this day.
Yeah. It always reminded me of this show. Did you ever see that? It's just called Titus. It's Christopher Titus.
Oh, no. Surprisingly, I haven't obviously I've seen that like in doing marketing things and
Yeah.
search engine shit.
It's really
I've
good. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen that thumbnail so many times. Even more than that, I've seen the wrestler Titus, like the WWE
Oh
wrestler, just people
yeah.
tagging me and like mistagging me in those posts on Twitter for so long. At one point I considered just doing like getting into wrestling just so
Yeah.
that we could have that feud over the name.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it's been a
Um,
while.
and my last question for you is there anything else you'd like to share with your fans that have missed you? Just something we didn't talk about.
Yes, I love you very, very, very deeply and dearly. I will never abandon you again. In that way. I mean, unless, and if I do, it's just know that it's for the well-being of me and or you. Also, I I'm planning on dropping a lot of music this year. Hopefully people will find me, now that this TikTok thing has happened.
Yeah.
Not that I've relied solely on TikTok, but it has been a very instrumental tool to myself and a lot of other artists out there. We
Yeah.
will find a way. I don't believe it'll stay banned, so have faith.
Yeah.
And and I hope everyone smiles today and eats breakfast because it's an
Yeah.
important meal of the day.
Or lunch,
Or
because that's
lunch. I've been on
yeah.
a breakfast thing lately personally, so for me it's breakfast. Eat
Okay.
breakfast.
Everyone go eat pancakes for lunch.
Yes, or French toast.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thanks for your time,
Kelly,
Skelly. Anything to add?
uh he's he's kind of mute at the moment, so
Okay. We'll let him rest.
yeah, I think he's asleep.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.